Let's talk about pit bulls. The history, the breeding, the maintaining and feeding, and the controversies surrounding the great hunts. Come interact with the legends, and ask questions, and listen to their stories as we talk about kennels and dogs of the past and present. Hosted by one of the game's most respected kennels, with over 40 years in the hunt, going hard kennels Twin 1 and Twin 2, dogs like Champion the Debrat, the very first champion off-brand champion Mayday, the dog of the year, and Register of Merit. Champion Pretty Mama, two-time best in show and two-time gamest in show. Going hard's Bay Bay, Register of Merit, damn to Champion What a Day, Champion Gus, Champion El Rod, Champion Yellowbird. So pull up a seat, and let's talk dogs. Let's talk about pit bulls. The history, the breeding, the maintaining and feeding, and the controversies surrounding the great hunts. Come interact with the legends, and ask questions, and listen to their stories as we talk about kennels and dogs of the past and present. Hosted by one of the game's most respected kennels, with over 40 years in the hunt, going hard kennels Twin 1 and Twin 2, dogs like Champion the Debrat, the very first champion off-brand champion Mayday, the dog of the year, and Register of Merit. Champion Pretty Mama, two-time best in show and two-time gamest in show. Going hard's Bay Bay, Register of Merit, damn to Champion What a Day, Champion Gus, Champion El Rod, Champion Yellowbird. So pull up a seat, and let's talk dogs. Let's talk about pit bulls. The history, the breeding, the maintaining and feeding, and the controversies surrounding the great hunts. Come interact with the legends, and ask questions, and listen to their stories as we talk about kennels and dogs of the past and present. Hosted by one of the game's most respected kennels, with over 40 years in the hunt, going hard kennels Twin 1 and Twin 2, dogs like Champion the Debrat, the very first champion off-brand champion Mayday, the dog of the year, and Register of Merit. Champion Pretty Mama, two-time best in show and two-time gamest in show. Going hard's Bay Bay, Register of Merit, damn to Champion What a Day, Champion Gus, Champion El Rod, Champion Yellowbird. So pull up a seat, and let's talk dogs. Let's talk about pit bulls. The history, the breeding, the maintaining and feeding, and the controversies surrounding the great hunts. Come interact with the legends, and ask questions, and listen to their stories as we talk about kennels and dogs of the past and present. Hosted by one of the game's most respected kennels, with over 40 years in the hunt, going hard kennels Twin 1 and Twin 2, dogs like Champion the Debrat, the very first champion off-brand champion Mayday, the dog of the year, and Register of Merit. Champion Pretty Mama, two-time best in show and two-time gamest in show. Going hard's Bay Bay, Register of Merit, damn to Champion What a Day, Champion Gus, Champion El Rod, Champion Yellowbird.
What up, chat? What's up to the chat?
So pull up a seat, and let's talk dogs.
Yo, Knucklehead, what's up? AJ. Hardy
Let's
Dog,
talk
where you
about
been,
pit bulls.
baby?
The history, the breeding, the maintaining and feeding,
Right,
and the controversies surrounding the great hunts. Come interact with the legends, and ask questions, and listen to their stories as we talk about kennels and dogs of the past and present. Hosted by one of the game's most respected kennels, with over 40 years in the hunt, going hard kennels Twin 1 and Twin 2, dogs like Champion the Debrat, the very first champion off-brand champion Mayday, the dog of the year, and Register of Merit. Champion Pretty Mama, two-time best in show and two-time gamest in show. Going hard's Bay Bay, Register of Merit, damn to Champion What a Day, Champion Gus, Champion El Rod, Champion Yellowbird. So pull up a seat, and let's talk dogs. Let's talk about pit bulls. The history, the breeding, the maintaining and feeding, and the controversies surrounding the great hunts. Come interact with the legends, and ask questions, and listen to their stories as we talk about kennels and dogs of the past and present. Hosted by one of the game's most respected kennels, with over 40 years in the hunt, going hard Kennels Twin 1 and Twin 2, dogs like Champion the Debrat, the very first champion off Grand Champion May Day, the Dog of the Year, and Register of Merit. Champion Pretty Mama, two-time Best in Show and two-time Gamest in Show. Going Hard's Bay Bay, Register of Merit, Damn to Champion What a Day, Champion Gus, Champion El Rod, Champion Yellowbird.
Back, partner. Another one of the
So pull up a seat and let's talk dogs. Let's talk about pit bulls. The history, the breeding, the maintaining and feeding, and the controversies surrounding the great hunts. Come interact with the legends, and ask questions, and listen to their stories as we talk about kennels and dogs of the past and present. Hosted by one of the game's most respected kennels, with over 40 years in the hunt, going hard Kennels Twin 1 and Twin 2, dogs like Champion the Debrat, the very first champion off Grand Champion May Day, the Dog of the Year, and Register of Merit. Champion Pretty Mama, two-time Best in Show and two-time Gamest in Show. Going Hard's Bay Bay, Register of Merit, Damn to Champion What a Day, Champion Gus, Champion El Rod, Champion Yellowbird.
Big C Rule, N and G, what's up, fam?
So pull up a seat and let's talk dogs.
Right there.
Let's talk about pit bulls. The history, the breeding, the maintaining and feeding, and the controversies surrounding the great hunts. Come interact with the legends, and ask questions, and listen to their stories as we talk about kennels and dogs of the past and present. Hosted by one of the game's most respected kennels, with over 40 years in the hunt, going hard Kennels Twin 1 and Twin 2, dogs like Champion the Debrat, the very first champion off Grand Champion May Day, the Dog of the Year, and Register of Merit. Champion Pretty Mama, two-time Best in Show and two-time Gamest in Show. Going Hard's Bay Bay, Register of Merit, Damn to Champion What a Day, Champion Gus, Champion El Rod, Champion Yellowbird.
Everything smooth.
So pull up a seat and let's talk dogs. Let's talk about pit bulls. The history, the breeding, the maintaining and feeding, and the controversies surrounding the great hunts. Come interact with the legends, and ask questions, and listen to their stories as we talk about kennels and dogs of the past and present. Hosted by one of the game's most respected kennels, with over 40 years in the hunt, going hard Kennels Twin 1 and Twin 2, dogs like Champion the Debrat, the very first champion off Grand Champion May Day, the Dog of the Year, and Register of Merit. Champion Pretty Mama, two-time Best in Show and two-time Gamest in Show. Going Hard's Bay Bay, Register of Merit, Damn to Champion What a Day, Champion Gus, Champion El Rod, Champion Yellowbird. So pull up a seat and let's talk dogs. Let's talk about pit bulls. The history, the breeding, the maintaining and feeding, and the controversies surrounding the great hunts. Come interact with the legends, and ask questions, and listen to their stories as we talk about kennels and dogs of the past and present. Hosted by one of the game's most respected kennels, with over 40 years in the hunt, going hard Kennels Twin 1 and Twin 2, dogs like Champion the Debrat, the very first champion off Grand Champion May Day, the Dog of the Year, and Register of Merit. Champion Pretty Mama, two-time Best in Show and two-time Gamest in Show. Going Hard's Bay Bay, Register of Merit, Damn to Champion What a Day, Champion Gus, Champion El Rod, Champion Yellowbird. So pull up a seat and let's talk dogs. Let's talk about pit bulls. The history, the breeding, the maintaining and feeding, and the controversies surrounding the great hunts. Come interact with the legends and ask questions and listen to their stories as we talk about kennels and dogs of the past and present. Hosted by one of the game's most respected kennels, with over 40 years in the hunt, going hard Kennels Twin 1 and Twin 2, dogs like Champion the Debrat, the very first champion off-brand champion May Day, the dog of the year, and Register of Merit. Champion Pretty Mama, two-time Best in Show and two-time Gamest in Show. Going Hard's Bay Bay, Register of Merit, Damn to Champion What a Day, Champion Gus, Champion El Rod, Champion Yellowbird. So pull up a seat, and let's talk dogs. Let's talk about pit bulls. The history, the breeding, the maintaining and feeding, and the controversies surrounding the great hunts. Come interact with the legends, and ask questions, and listen to their stories as we talk about kennels and dogs of the past and present. Hosted by one of the game's most respected kennels, with over 40 years in the hunt, going hard Kennels Twin 1 and Twin 2, dogs like Champion the Debrat, the very first champion off-brand champion May Day, the dog of the year, and Register of Merit. Champion Pretty Mama, two-time Best in Show and two-time Gamest in Show. Going Hard's Bay Bay, Register of Merit, Damn to Champion What a Day, Champion Gus, Champion El Rod, Champion Yellowbird. So pull up a seat, and let's talk dogs. Let's talk about pit bulls. The history, the breeding, the maintaining and feeding, and the controversies surrounding the great hunts. Come interact with the legends, and ask questions, and listen to their stories as we talk about kennels and dogs of the past and present. Hosted by one of the game's most respected kennels, with over 40 years in the hunt, going hard Kennels Twin 1 and Twin 2, dogs like Champion the Debrat, the very first champion off-brand champion May Day, the dog of the year, and Register of Merit. Champion Pretty Mama, two-time Best in Show and two-time Gamest in Show. Going Hard's Bay Bay, Register of Merit, Damn to Champion What a Day, Champion Gus, Champion El Rod, Champion Yellowbird. So pull up a seat, and let's talk dogs. Let's talk about pit bulls. The history, the breeding, the maintaining and feeding, and the controversies surrounding the great hunts. Come interact with the legends, and ask questions, and listen to their stories as we talk about kennels and dogs of the past and present. Hosted by one of the game's most respected kennels, with over 40 years in the hunt, going hard Kennels Twin 1 and Twin 2, dogs like Champion the Debrat, the very first champion off-brand champion May Day, the dog of the year, and Register of Merit. Champion Pretty Mama, two-time Best in Show and two-time Gamest in Show. Going Hard's Bay Bay, Register of Merit, Damn to Champion What a Day, Champion Gus, Champion El Rod, Champion Yellowbird.
All right, now what time is that? Dreadlock, what's happening? Ryan King, fam.
So pull up a seat, and let's talk dogs.
Trying to make sure we get the sound right. Can everybody hear me? Can everybody hear me right now? I know the music is going on, but
let's talk about
right
pit
into
bulls.
this. Yeah.
The history, the breeding, the maintaining and feeding, and the controversies surrounding the great hunts. Come interact with the legends, and ask questions, and listen to their stories as we talk about kennels and dogs of the past and present. Hosted by one of the game's most respected kennels, with over 40 years in the hunt, going hard Kennels Twin 1 and Twin 2, dogs like Champion the Debrat, the very first champion off-brand champion May Day, the dog of the year, and Register of Merit. Champion Pretty Mama, two-time Best in Show and two-time Gamest in Show. Going Hard's Bay Bay, Register of Merit, Damn to Champion What a Day, Champion Gus, Champion El Rod, Champion Yellowbird.
What's up, what's up, what's up to the chat? What is up to the chat, fellas? Look, welcome to the show tonight, man. This is gonna be one of them, this right here is gonna take some serious cooperation, back and forth with what's going on in the chat. Now, I'm pretty sure everybody here, you know, you're kind of up on this. So I just want to hear a lot of comments, the pluses and minuses to this situation, you know, this thing right here with these rules, because, you know, these Cajun rules is always changing some type of way. You know what I'm saying? So, everybody who's out there watching, don't forget to hit those like buttons. For the newcomers, hit that subscribe button. You know what I'm saying? And I need to get some of them likes up, fellas. I need to get them likes up. Hold on 1 second here, make sure here. Trying to make sure I get that sound right, because I want y'all to hear me. You know what I'm saying? Sounds better, Mr. McNeil, okay. Yes, sir, yes, sir. Hold on 1 second here. Yeah. So, look like I got a room full tonight, baby. You know, this here kind of conversation here usually brings everything to the light. Man, we always end our shows with that scratch to win. You know, we play that, you know, because that's how we always roll, you know. At least we made our argument at the scale, you know what I'm saying? And believe me, by the time you start calling they shit a curve, they usually go along with it because they really think they finna kick your ass. You know what I'm saying? So most of the time, if you gonna have an issue with it, you know, start talking about that cur ass shit that they standing there with. You know what I'm saying? You know, they generally don't like to hear that kind of shit, and they jump right on it, man. Man, we gonna do it. You know what I mean? You know, so that kind of made sure that we weren't walking out there with two curs. I just couldn't see myself losing my money to a cur on some bullshit. Never ran into that situation where it was gonna be a bother, but then we always made it a point to have it right there. So in the end, you know, we didn't have to ask for a courtesy scratch. We always felt a little bit better going to get our money by, you know, here it come. And I love when that part come, because then when you referee do that point, you scratch the win, and your shit go over there and bust the handler and his shit out the motherfucking corner. You know, everybody seem to be like, damn! You know, it'd be like touchdown and shit, be like, damn! It's be all over the place and shit. Love that feeling, man. Love that feeling. Can be very addictive. That's why kind of, you know what I mean, you got into it, and you know all this on the line, and you know we got one that's gonna be coming like madness. I'm telling you, man, it adds to the excitement of the win. You know what I'm saying? But for the ones who standing around the box, who looking, whoever, you know, they want to peep up and be looking at you like, yeah, I can go into that. Someone be looking at that situation and be like, dang, hour 30 and he's scratching like the first scratch. I don't know. You know, so it's always been our pet peeve from day one. You know, because we were stuck on not losing to a cur. You know, not that we was really worried about our shit, but just always thought it brought more excitement to what we was doing. So I'm gonna turn this over to Mo, Twin 2, and look, remember, some like buttons, some subscribe buttons, and look, chat. I know I got some bulldoggers in here. Red Bobby, family. What's up, fam? That's another one of the fams from day one. Always been part of the fam from day one. And I'm always giving him a shout out because he really is my fam. So outside of that, who anybody knew? 614, another fam. Represent the AK, baby. Paris Jackson, PJ, what's happening? Salute to you, my brother. Let me see here. I got Big Don. I got Big Don, JB. Everybody's on the house. So let me see here. Is there anything I'm missing? We ready to rock and roll? Yeah, we ready to rock and roll. Let me go get here. get this situation started right quick. Give me 1 second. So you bite. What's up? What's up? What's up, fellas? What's up, y'all? Hope y'all took care of your dogs today. Yes, you know I'm gonna say it. You know I'm gonna say it. Did you feed your shit? Did you check the dog's chains? Did you clean up that dog shit? Did you make sure everybody was secure? Okay, did we have any problems this week? Did we have any accidents this week? Everybody's dogs is doing all right out there on the chains. All chains is locked down. Y'all just clean. Dogs got watered. Then that means we had a good week. And today is a good day. Okay, you know what we're talking about today. You already know, but I know I'm gonna be hearing all that noise and hollering and complaining, but the concept of scratch to win, let's talk about the concept. The concept of scratch to win has always been a part of the Cajun rules anyway. It's just where it's being used at. It's usually used on a whole count. Okay? We always felt like, you know, I'm a firm believer in that scratch to win because, like you said, it's excitement to us. And I don't want to feel like I ever got to lose to a cur. You know, if I win, I want to scratch to win for my money. You know, that's all I'm saying. I'm just telling you back in the aspect of what our concept of what we felt like was appropriate. You know, I didn't want a courtesy shit. Because courtesy has nothing to do, basically, with any rule in this game. There's no rule that says you have to courtesy. Like I said, it's a courtesy scratch. And the person who lost, they don't have to do anything. They can pick up and just walk on out. Courtesy into an empty hole. Or you got a guy standing there when you get nearby, grab him up and just to show everybody he'll go. Fuck all that. Let's go another level into this dog game. Can't say we ain't changed the rules. We didn't change the rules. 2002, they changed the rules. They changed the size of the box. They made a couple different changes. They made changes to the scratch to win on the out of hole counts. You know, you go to scratch the dog, the scratch to win, and the dog takes off the other direction. Hold on now, wait a minute. Hold on now. That is considered a completed scratch if that dog, if you run into that dog and that dog get away from his handle and take off the other way, you know, your dog might run over there and chase his ass, but still, it was if he didn't chase him, you know, he got over there and the dog took off. I still consider a completed scratch. Times has changed. All right, dog jumped the box. That's just like being on a dead dog. You know what I'm saying? You jump, you're out of there. You don't have to, nobody should have to scratch to win to an empty corner. No, they should have to scratch to a dead hog, you know, bottom line. I'm just saying, now look, this is all for the entertainment. We're not condoning. We're not promoting. We're not enticing. Anything to do with breaking the law as far as dog fighting. Just make that perfectly clear. This is all a fictional for the entertainment. All right, so we're going to stay in that realm right there. This is all fictional and part of the entertainment of the show. So we're going to be talking about these scratches. Scratch to win does bring excitement. And it brings excitement because you know your shit. Okay, I'm going to just keep it real. You know? If my shit can't go over there and pick up the, look, I might win the fight, but I want to win the match. This bottom line. That was my concept. If I can win the fight, I can win the match. So there will be no courtesy. We decide that as soon as we walk in. That's being handled at the time that once we make weight, now we have to set the rules. And this is where the negotiation comes along. You know, sometimes you might get to where somebody just don't want to do it. Okay, let's flip for it. If I win, I win. You go scratch to win. But if I lose the flip, okay, then might come back every say, you know, you lost the flip. Okay, then I guess we still scratching for ours, right? Okay. We have that option. You don't want to scratch, you want to toss, but I'll tell you right there in front of the referee, so you'll know. If we win, we still scratch. We're gonna give you another chance of getting your money back. Because we're gonna always scratch to win. You see what I'm saying? If I lose that flip, I'm gonna still scratch to win if I win. Okay? If he win, he ain't gotta do it. You know? And if he decides he wants to courtesy scratch, he'll courtesy scratch to an empty corner messing with me. Because I won't stay there. It's a courtesy thing. I don't want to, no. If I lose, I'm coming out of there. If he's going to scratch to win, then I'll stay there. If I was a courtesy, no. You won't get no courtesy because you had a chance to scratch to win. You know what I mean? So I'm a firm believer in that. Actually, I never had to use that around. I never had to use it. Never had to use it. I have never mastered going hard dog to quit. I've had dogs quit, but I've never had none of those dogs you see out there, even with their losses, they never quit. So I've never had that issue. You know, so when it comes down to me scratching the win, you know, I look at that like the show's not over yet. Oh, I won, but it's time for me to hit the main factor. Now I got to go over there and complete this final scratch. Not a courtesy. Not a courtesy. It's a scratch to win. And I think this is where we need to put the game at now. I'll say throw all that courtesy shit out the window. Throw it all out the window. I'm a firm believer in, you know, you can't say I'm changing making some big major change, because I'm not. Because it falls in the same aspects as a scratch to win on two dogs out of hope. Two dogs out of hope. You got the top dog, he didn't shoot up the bottom dog ain't doing nothing. No, top dog decided, well, he ain't doing that. I'm gonna stay in here. And you're going to get the 30-second count. Now we got to deal with the scratch. So the down dog's going to have to scratch. After 30 seconds, handle your animal. Down dog, go. Down dog, go. Don't go. If you don't go, then guess what? Now, the other dog, top dog, he's got to scratch to win. You see what I'm saying? So the rule was already there. I'm just saying take that same rule and put it at the end of the damn match. Just throw the courtesy game out, because it's not even a rule. It's more like you said, it's a courtesy. No, let's up the ante. Some real bulldogging. Just imagine, my turn to go. Down dog didn't go. Now it's time for me to go, and then I don't go. That's a draw. This is how it is when you're doing the same thing with the out of hope. If you're out of hope, down dog to go, down dog don't go, then it's on the other guy to go, got to scratch to win. Right there. Now what if he don't go? That's a draw. I said take that same rule and put it at the end of the match. You might win the fight, but can you win the match? That's what my mind frame was on. I'm always giving my loser a chance to get his money back. That's what I called it. I'm giving the loser a chance to get his money back. Because if I don't go, it's a draw. The sweet thing about the scratch to win is I ain't got to hear all that courtesy shit. Ain't gonna be no doubt about Twin in this match right here, because I'm gonna go to win the match. And I already did my job as far as winning the fight. Now I'm gonna go win the match. That's how it go. You scratch to win. That's the glory. You know, you get the biggest sound out of the crowd when they go, whoa, when they go referee, let them know it's just scratch to win. You know, it's so much better than doing a really a useless, worthless courtesy scratch, just to show your shit will go. Let's see if would you willing to do that with the money on the line? Let's try that. That's what I'm on. Let's take what we already have part of the rules and let's bring it all the way down here to the end and let's make everybody scratch to win. No more courtesies. New game. I know I'm gonna hear the noise, but it's what's wrong with the rule. And then it's the fact it's already a rule. So let's just take the rule and move it down to another sector where it's really counting. Well, let's stop wasting all this courtesy stuff. It really has like it is. It's what it's called. It's a courtesy. It's a courtesy if I stand there and let you. It's a courtesy if I don't want you to. It's an option. No. How about let's just make it part of this game and make it a little bit more tighter. I think it's due. I think it should be, you got to scratch to win. You're not asking a lot. You're giving that loser one more chance. If you're confident in your shit, scratch to win should never be a problem. Okay? If you went to a long one, both dogs was messed up, both dogs is down, that even makes it even sweeter. Because somebody already gonna either show a gallant effort to go get it, and if you can't get it, then that means both dogs can't win. Why not? It's not a real out of the question thing to do here in 2022 when it comes to our fictional talking of, the scratch to win rule. I say the scratch to win rule should be the final shot at the end of a show. You might win the show, but can you finish it and win the match? The match says scratch to win. That's what makes it exciting. I think we will still have a lot of dogs doing what they do anyway in the courtesy. It's just now it's something on the line. It's no more courtesy. We're just gonna go out here, and once the show's done, now we gotta complete the match. The match says scratch to win. That gives a loser a chance. Maybe the loser done enough that he can go home with his change. At least he might not have won the match, but he didn't lose the money. That's how we looked at it back then. We're giving you a chance. You know what I mean? For somebody to stand there and argue about something that you ain't saying nothing about, no courtesy. But when it comes down to putting that money on the line, sometimes I used to wonder, why they would argue with us, because we was known to busting your people's shit up. We do wreck shit, So I can understand why, first thing hit to a guy's mind, no, man, no. But see, here's the problem. The way I looked at it was, okay, I'm looking at it like, what if you winning? It's on you to come and scratch into me to win. What are you whining about? That's the only time it's going to come. It's going to be an issue is when it's your turn to go to win. You can win by just running over here getting me. Or do they be so worried about the bust-up job that we do that they might not be able to? What are they thinking when they go hollering, no, man, I don't know. You know what I mean? Hold on. It's the same thing as you winning and doing a courtesy stuff. The only difference is you scratching for the money, and now this is part of the rules. There's no more courtesy. You're giving me a chance to win, at least my money back. You know what I mean? I ain't lose nothing because you curved. Well, I busted your ass up where you couldn't go. Now we got two dogs ain't doing nothing. Either you're not scratching or you're both down and can't go back. That's what it ends up like. That sounds far better than a night to me than watching a cur win or to watch somebody know their dog is wouldn't make that courtesy scratch, so they pick him up and run out the room. You know what I mean? These are the things that happen in this courtesy world. You know, it's too much. You know what I mean? Then you got this big old empty void because, you know, whether you say you don't matter or not, the room is left in an empty void when they don't see you courtesy, or they see that you might not courtesy. Y'all say put it on the line and let's see. I'm an advocate in changing the rules from the middle when it comes to dogs and the rules pertaining to the auto holds and all that stuff. I say we use the scratch to win instead of the courtesy. Make it part of the rules. Is there any disadvantages to that? Yeah, you got a couple of them. Dog quit, you feel like you won. But it's the same thing when you're standing over a dog looking like you trying to quit while you on top because you're out of hope. That's the whole purpose of the scratch to win. And two out of hope dogs. You see what I'm saying? That's the whole purpose. Down dog go, then we go back into the show, back to back to back to back. But he's out of hope and he don't go. The only reason he's out of hope because he's the down dog and you standing there. Your shit standing there over him looking at him, ain't doing nothing. This is why they want to check and make sure before you win, you got to go over there and scratch to win. What's wrong with taking that same little piece? Because there's no disadvantages in there anywhere. The game check is not really on the down dog. It's really on the top dog because you're standing there and you're the one that on the top and you're out of hope. So you take that same concept and put it at the end of the show. It's basically the same thing. Matter of fact, it's not even as bad because 95% of the dogs that are good dogs could go and run across there. So I don't understand why she should be even an issue. But you do have those times where, you can't go and you want to run out and say you won, just because he quit. You ready to grab your shit and run without courtesy and everything and to hit the door. It wouldn't be so bad, but we have seen our days and times that where, that show where he done stood there, right there, ain't nobody counting. It's a courtesy. And there he's standing there. They pick that shit up and just walk on out. Now you got the whole room. Oh, he was gonna quit. He was quitting. But he won. But he won. You see what I'm saying? A car. So you had two cars with just one stop before the other one. See, that scratch to win would eliminate that bullshit. It will eliminate it. Completely eliminate that ever happening. Real bulldogs will go over there, and this is what we're trying to bring it down to. We're trying to even tighten that noose a little tighter. Let's make it a rule. We have made variations to the Cajun rules for years. They're not the same exact rules. They did evolve through time. Now we're in a time now that we got so many, these dogs ain't as great as the dogs that I've seen in the past. We need scratch to win. Yes, we need scratch to win now. Fictionally speaking, because the level is not as strong as it used to be. And a lot of these, we got a lot of these out here who will be afraid to do a scratch to win because they don't have that kind of belief in their animal to do a scratch to win. Listen to what I'm saying. It takes a man to believe in his animal to do a scratch to win. Period. We don't know the outcome. We don't make that decision right there at that moment. We make that decision right out. We come off that scale and make them wait. Now let's get the rules right. Let's come to a negotiation with the rules. That's how it goes. No? We should be in the habit of doing scratch to win shows. We should make it a point. Cajun rules didn't change. Game didn't went up. We didn't turn the heat up. Another level. Everybody got a scratch to win. Why not? Yeah, we're gonna hear you guys. We're gonna hear the hoo-ha's and the reasons why. But come on, bottom line is if you are a real bulldogger and you are a real bulldogger, then you'll be standing right next to me saying, why not? I ain't worried about my shit not going. I'll scratch to win every damn time. And if I don't, you deserve to go back with your money. I'm a cur. You know what I'm saying? That's all that is. I'm a cur. The man need to go ahead and take your money, and we're gonna call this a draw. Because we just had two curs tonight. I just had a better cur. You know, that's how I would take it. If I can't scratch to win, then I didn't lose. But I don't want to win with a cur. I don't want to see a packed room of my fellas and the peeps seeing me win with a cur. That's all. Not what I do with the cur after the fact. Just the fact that my loyalty to the game is better than a courtesy scratch. My loyalty to the game is I don't want to win that way. I can go over there and get it just like I began it. I can finish it. And if I can't, then I can't win it. That's bulldog. That's believing in what you're doing with your yard. All bullshit aside, come up with your excuses. That's like a lot of excuses for a lot of things you'll probably be doing on your yard when you ain't getting success out of it. There's always gonna be a reason for something. When you scratch to win, ain't no reason. You either gonna go over there and win it, or you're gonna go over there and draw. You had a chance to win it. You had a chance to win it, but you didn't go over there and get it. You don't deserve to win it. And I believe in my dogs. I believe my dogs to go over there and get it. I believed in them and I ain't had one. I ain't had a dog out there. I'll take a game loss. But I'll take a game, I can't take no cur draw. No. That's what it'll be. It won't be no game draw. It'll just be a draw. You understand what I'm saying? No, we didn't agree to pick our dogs up and call this thing a draw. See, that's what you call a game draw. You shouldn't even have to courtesy if you choose not to. You know what I'm saying? Because you both agreed that let's stop it right here. There shouldn't be no reasoning for courtesies. I mean, if I'm agreeing to stop something, I don't want to show everybody he can still go or he still got something in him. The only reason we stopping it because we didn't agree that both of these dogs is fucked up and we want to take our animals home. So the courtesy shit is it shouldn't be necessary. For what? We have already agreed, a mutual agreement, that this thing over. You take yours, I take mine, we call it a draw. That's it. You won't see me standing in no corner talking about wanting to scratch him just to show everybody here go. No, for what? I ain't scratching for no money. It's a draw any damn way. I'm going home. Just keeping it real. Especially if I didn't have to agree. If we then both came to mutually, then it should be a left-in expense for everybody. They shouldn't have to put them over in that line to do a courtesy. Remember, it's not even part of the rules. So down the courtesy. Throw that out the window, stop using it. Because that's the only other time that I see myself on a mutual agreement to pick them on both up. Unless he wants to agree before the match. Look here. We do it like this. If we agree to pick them up, we'll put the scratch on the line. Both dogs scratch, we'll call it a draw. If we agree to pick them up, if they both go, it's a draw. But if either one of them don't go, then we'll call that the winner. If one do go, gonna be the winner. That's a scratch for the win. But it would have to be agreed upon. When we stand there and make this decision with the person right there in front of the judge, so the judge understand what our agreement is, it would be a scratch to win. But if we do agree to pick him up, you know, without that stipulation, then it's over when we pick him up. But we put that stipulation in there, look, we come to a point that we agree to pick these dogs up and call it a draw. How about doing it like this? If both dogs go, we call it a draw. But if either one of them don't, we call it a match, a win for the dog that did. And then the dog that didn't, he's a loser. Why not? Why not? Because if you're gonna pick them up anyway, y'all, what do 9 times out of 10 y'all do? Somebody's gonna scratch over here, and sometimes the other one don't. Sometimes they both do. Sometimes they both don't. The point is, they doing this on pickups. They doing this on pickups. They picking them up on agreement. But a real bulldogger, he gonna put his in the corner, and he gonna want to bring him out. Me, I'm saying throw out the scratch to win. Throw out the courtesy, and let's go do some scratch to win. Think about it, y'all. Think about it. Still got a chance. You still got a chance. Do you believe in your shit? Like I believe in mine. About the dogs. Guys, think about the money. Hey, the money is the glory of sending your animal over there to get it. Sending your animal over there to get it. That's the glory of it. So when you start talking about it's about the money, well, send your bulldog over there to get it. That's all I'm saying. The advantages of it, there's really no disadvantages or advantages to any of this. It's bringing the level to the game to even a higher level, because we don't have those higher levels of dogs anymore. We have a lot of mediocre dogs out here, gentlemen. And scratch to win should be real relevant now out of all times, because we're back into a building stage. It brings in more to the dog game. Not like it's a something new. It's a rule that's always been there. I'm just saying take that same rule and put it at the end. That's all. That's all it is. You're taking something that's already there and part of the rules anyway. I think everybody should scratch to win. Not just the down dog with the top dog standing there looking at him, showing a sign of a cur. because he ain't doing that. He just standing there. He might quit. Well, let's take that same way of thinking and let's put it at the end of the show. Win the show, but go win the match by going to scratch to go get it. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, gentlemen. And it's a point. I want to hear the argument. You know? I want to hear the argument. I want to hear the no. Why wouldn't you? Why? I want to know a good reason. And I want to hear from a real bulldogger, though. I want to hear from some presumption. If you ain't never been in that situation, it's a good opinion for you to, the survey, everybody got their basic opinion. But, I mean, real doggers. Why would you say no? If you believe in your shit like I believe in mine. I'm looking for the chat room to chime in. We might even do some phone calls. Get on the air, man. We're going to start doing some get on the air, man. We ask some questions. I want people to get on the air and bring their response back to some of the questions. I want to get some of those questions from, that response from you guys. Okay, I got a question, y'all. Let me see. Friend Brockton, give an example of how, how a draw even makes sense. Okay, I'll show you how a draw makes sense. All right, here's a draw. Champion Wrangler went, how many minutes with Cunningham and them? 4 hours and 15 minutes. It was 4 hours. All right? They agreed to a draw. All right? There's the first sense. It's a mutual agreement, Mr. Brockington. That's the first sense of the question of your question. You have a mutual agreement that both handlers agree to picking their animals up, calling the match, but picking their animals up. That's a draw. Then they took them both into the corner and both dogs scratched. Okay? That's a draw. That's the first sense. Now here comes the second sense. What does it look like to sit back and watch a dog win a match, and then time for him to, he wants the courtesy scratch and he don't. And he don't. But the agreement was we scratching to win. All right? That's part of the rules. When you got that going down, so if you don't follow that point right there and you can't scratch to win, it's a damn draw. Period. You sure can't win. You can't win. So what else is it? It's a draw. And then here's the bad thing about it. It ain't no game draw. You don't get no draw G. You got two curves. Two curves. That's a draw. That makes sense to anybody? Mr. Brockton, is it making sense? You show me where it don't make sense. Let me ask the question to you now. Show me where it don't make sense. If you're a real dogger and you believe you shouldn't have to worry about a damn scratch any damn way, you make sense of why it ain't making sense to be a draw. You can't go get that money, then you don't need to win. Bottom line. Bottom line. That's why we push the scratch to win. I've always pushed for scratch to win. And it made a lot of sense to me because if I lose, I got a chance to get a draw off the deal. That's what kind of sense it made to me. It gave me one more chance. Maybe I broke him up enough that he can't go either. And I didn't lose my money. Makes sense to me. He can go over there and scratch and I'm still losing. But if he go over there and don't come, then I got a draw. What if he can't come? Still a draw. It went from him winning to a draw because he can complete his scratch. It makes a lot of sense to me to be a draw. That's the whole purpose of implementing it into the game now. Too many of you guys are what, y'all scared of your dogs not scratching? This is the time for y'all to do it most with all the kind of raggedy dogs that are really out here now. They're not high caliber out here. So y'all really do need to scratch to win. Out of all times, the caliber of these dogs ain't all that. So yes, you do need scratch to win. If y'all want to breed to some game-ass dogs, you better implement it. These 3-time winners and all this stuff and, you know, grabbing dogs before they quit on courtesy scratches. Don't tell me you ain't never seen it. I've seen enough of them. Enough of them. The very story that always comes to mind is Nico and Malik, IBM. Malik and IBM. You know, we knew IBM would be coming across. But it was the argument was over the dog that lost anyway. He picked him up. It wasn't only he wouldn't. I mean, to me, it would have never been an issue if he had just picked him up. If he was under scratch to win, he wouldn't even have to think about courtesy. I'd picked my shit up and got out and walked off. But on the scratch to win, I gotta leave my shit down there anyway. Come on over here and get it. He got it and still pick my shit up and walk off. That's just how it goes. Mr. Carr says, help me to understand why a dog that's clearly getting dominated couldn't a handler use the scratch to win as a bailout because they was in serious trouble? I can't. The part that I'm missing here, if you got a dog that's clearly being dominated, he's clearly being dominated. This is what you're saying. The dog is being dominated. What can his handler do to save him? Has nothing to do with a scratch to win, bro. It has nothing to do with a scratch to win at all. How can that be used as a bailout? And get me to understand that part. Where's the bailout at? The only way you can bail out is he quit. The dominated dog quits. And the dog that was dominating his ass don't go over there and hit him for the win. Okay? That's two curves. The bottom dog wasn't going to come anyway. So the dog that's dominating, it's up for him to go scratch to win because you didn't quit already from being dominated. And now you got the dog that was dominating, you quitting too. It's a draw. That's the only way, man, you're going to get to that situation. The dominated dog getting dominated, well, you can't call for nothing special unless you pick him up. If you pick him up and concede, then go your ass over to your corner. Because you didn't pick up, you're already done, but you may get your money back and get a draw out of this. If the dog that was kicking your ass don't come over there and get the change. If he don't come over, then you still went home with a draw. That makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense. If I'm dominating you, why should I be worried about not going over there and continue kicking your ass? I mean, that's what I'm thinking about. I mean, I don't see nothing. I don't see failures in my dogs. So I can scratch the win on every time I go. I don't got to worry about it. I got that kind of confidence that I rather scratch the win. Damn y'all courtesy shits. It's not even a rule. It's a courtesy. No, I want it to be as a rule. No, show us you can go over there and win. all the way over. That's what you call real bulldogging. Okay? Now, I said I needed real dog men, real bulldogging. I ain't taking nothing away from them two questions. But y'all not thinking about what I'm saying enough when you ask these questions, because neither one of them was nowhere in the ballpark, fellas. I'm just going to keep it real with you. I ain't trying to scare y'all away from your questions, but neither one of them questions was nowhere in the ballpark of what I'm saying. Just keeping it real with you, fellas. I ain't trying to be harsh. And everybody wants to understand. Okay? The first question needed some understanding, and then the second question needed some understanding. And then neither one of them relate to scratch to win. Neither one. Come on, guys. Domination it has nothing to do with the show. It's the last, put it like this. I say it's two parts to this. Two parts. Remember, this is all fictional. But let's keep it there then. All right? There's two parts to this. I can win the fight or the battle, but can I win the war? So I make sure that the battle and the war is going down with me, because I can win the battle. That's the match. That's the show. That's the show. But I can also win the match by scratching the win. And that's what this game needs. It needs to be implemented, because y'all level with dogs. There's gonna be y'all find out there's gonna be you'll see a whole lot of dogs out here scratching the win, but you're gonna see a lot more fewer dogs not. That's the problem. Yeah, y'all don't want to hear them stories. Oh, he won, but he didn't scratch the win. Imagine that. I mean, and damn the courtesy scratches now, when we start talking about scratch to win, what the hell is a courtesy scratch? Has very little meaning when you scratching the win. That scratch to win, that win means everything. Yeah, it don't become a big old issue until it happened to you. When you had an opportunity to scratch the win and you didn't. Is that what you scared of? Is that what you're scared of? Those who got a problem with that, that's the only thing you can be scared of. There's nothing else in that, nowhere in the equation. You're either going to go over there or you're not. And if you don't go over there, you should not win. It should be a draw, period. It should be a draw. See, the slimy shit happens when you go do a courtesy scratch, and at the end, they sit there and they snatch that shit up when he meant he gets to counting, and then he gets about 4 or 5, and the dog's still standing there. Then all of a sudden, be like, "I'm good," and pick him up. Now you got everybody screaming, "Oh, he quit! He quit! He was gonna quit, but he didn't quit." You can scream at it all night, but he did not quit. The man picked him up because y'all had this courtesy bullshit. And it'll be an argument. That's all it's going to be. He did not quit. Or he would have quit, but you didn't see him quit. Because he had a way out. So that's the little slime ball shit, Mr. Carr. That when the count started counting, all of a sudden he's I'm cool. On a courtesy. Now put the money on that. Put the scratch to win on that way he couldn't touch him. Then you would have got the result that you was getting ready to whine about. Oh, he was getting ready to quit. No. Scratch the win, we're going to see him quit. We're going to put it all on the table and get them answers right then. Am I a little harsh? Maybe so. I don't know. Red Bobby, if your yard is built on the scratch to win theory, then you'll be comfortable if your dog is ever in trouble. True performers with the drive to continue. You damn right, baby. You damn right. You know what them dogs look like, don't you, Red Bobby? You know what them dogs look like? You know what them dogs look like. You guaranteed to get a scratch out of them. One thing we ain't worried about is scratching. One thing we don't worry about when you training, building, grooming your dog, real dog man, we don't worry about scratching. Our drive and our work and our dogs. And the way we call our shit, I'm scratching to win. I feel that confident in my dog, win or lose. That's all I'm saying. This game needs to be turned up more. We need to get this courtesy shit out the game. It's not even part of the game. It's a courtesy that we need to add it in the game where there's more slimy shit going on during the courtesies than it is anything else. We get the courtesy shit out the way and put some real stomp down on there. Everybody scratch the win. I can guarantee you. That brings more excitement at the end. It's going to bring you more truth. Ain't going to leave no questions when you're doing it that way, fellas. No questions at all. That's what I'm on. That's what I'm on. Real bulldogging. Real bulldogging. Have confidence in your yard. You got confidence in your yard and what you're using, scratch your win shouldn't be a problem. I mean, after a while, this becomes part of the rules. Like all the other rules that we may have changed. We get used to it. One damn thing for sure. One thing for sure. I can guarantee you we will not go 100% every dog scratching on a scratch to win. Now, how much y'all want to bet on that? Do you think we can go 100% on a scratch to win and we're going to have 100% of dogs at the end of these shows scratching to win? Come on, that should have been the survey question. You know damn well they ain't going to be 100%. Walking down Ram, what's up, baby? I see you in there, man. Come on, Walt. Talk to me, man. Will you help me out here? I remember I'm pushing for it. This is what I'm pushing for because that's real bulldogging. Okay, welcome down Ram. Big step and say, peace to the chat. Salute to the twins 1 and 2. Always. I mean, always scratch to win. There you go, baby. That's big. Hey, that's big stepping. Ain't that welcome down? Welcome down, big step and say always scratch to win. And nothing wrong with that. And nothing wrong with that. If you believe in your yard, you should be able to scratch to win. It shouldn't be none of this tinkering shit. Only real bulldog man understand what I'm saying. Clearly what I'm saying. You know, if you ain't never had the experience, you ain't never known what it feels like, then, you know, your suggestions and understanding of what I'm talking about is not going to be on the same level as mine. So you're not going to feel that because you don't know what it feels like at that moment. You know, fuck us courtesy. No, that moment where I can cut my shit loose at 3 hours and 17 and watch him run over there quicker than he could the first scratch when I cut him loose to start it. On a scratch to win. Scratch harder than he scratched the first one. At 317. Damn it, doing shit like that, all bulldogs should do it. If you think you got a bulldog, then let's play the game. Get rid of this courtesy shit. We ain't got the good bulldogs no more to be giving courtesies away. Y'all got to be breeding the dogs that they've been snatching up or ain't looking good even when they win. They snatching them up and jumping out the box and y'all running your asses over there breeding to them. Like I said, you bring scratch to win into this game and I can guarantee you it will not go 100%. You're going to have them out there that's going to be quick instead of winning. They're going to be drawn because they couldn't complete the win. That's right. You got to go get the win now, you scary asses. Real bulldogs, that's how we go. That's how we do it. It's time to crank this thing up. We can get rid of all the excuses. There's always been changes in the game. There's always been rules. in adjustment. This is one of them because I'm telling you guys, you're running a little low on caliber. All right? Y'all need to bring that scratch to win in so y'all can keep getting good bred dogs. I mean, it's bad enough when you got, you got two-time winners and champions out here that are really C-line champions. I mean, I've seen more champions get beat by first-time outers, and come on now. In 20, 30 minutes, I mean, y'all need scratch to win. Badly. Because you're not going to upgrade the lines of these great dogs that we have bought all the way from the 50s, the 70s, the 60s, the 80s, in the 90s, in the 2000s, where it just started falling off. We ain't seeing them deep game shits no more. The slimy way is, like I said, saving your dog without the courtesy. You have a courtesy, you don't want to do it, you got beat up, you don't want nobody to see what he's going to do because you don't know what the hell he's going to do. So the best thing in your mind at that time is to get up, take your shit, and walk out the box with your money. Ain't that how y'all act? I done seen you do it. I done seen you do it. Now come on, keep it real. Shit, I see you doing it. I see some of you young boys doing it in rows. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. You're doing it in rows. And shit get ready to get beat up, or like you acting funny. The first thing you do is, up enough. I'm good. Dog man. Rookies. I don't need to go back and forth with y'all because I don't understand the feel of the I want to put it up because I'm on. All right, fellas. I'm sorry, fellas. I'm sorry, man. This is, you see my passion coming through. The mic start shaking and sound start going out. I get hyper. Forgive me, guys. Forgive me. But I said early when I first started this is not for the green guys. Because the green guys, you're never going to understand. It's not for you guys that never had the experience and the feeling of what it feels like to be able to send one over there to get your damn money. So if you ain't never felt that moment, even whether it was on a courtesy, it's even feeling better when you're doing it for the money. If you don't got that in your heart and you ain't never felt it, then this is not your kind of conversation. Get there. Guarantee you when you get there and get that little gas in you that you ain't got yet, you'll have a different opinion. But until you get there, this is not meant for you. It's meant for the guy just out here that really understands what I'm talking about. These are the guys that's right there in the face of the war. Win the battle, win the war. Prove it. Don't do it in no courtesy way. That's all I'm saying. Up the game. Up the game because the caliber of the game that went down. So what we got to do to tighten the game up, we cannot let these little car asses slide through the cracks through courtesies or options or whether they want to or not. No, put all their asses on the line. Let's weed this shit out. Guarantee you implement the scratch to win. Scratch to win will show you that we will and cannot go 100% on scratch to win. We will have dogs not being able to scratch to go get that win. We're going to have dogs that's going to quit and not be able to go over there and get that win because they fucking curves. Now, if y'all want to start breeding shit, this is the kind of shit that we trying to weed the fuck out. Use the language. But we on some deep shit here. This is how we weed it out. Now, when you got the champion so-and-so, okay, but then he got a draw. Oh, what's the draw mean? Yeah, it will be recorded. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Game draws, hey. A D, you know what I'm saying? If we're going to implement it, we might as well put DC on there. Did scratch. Okay? When we put DC on your shit, that means you did not scratch. Okay? Curve. Direct curve. See, we got to point all those out. You know, ain't no more of this, you know, like I said, we didn't see too much of it. It's becoming a part of the game. Guys, I've seen so many games, you know, these little testing things, you know, and the schooling things. I've seen you all on it when you out there beating up on something, or it seemed like you hanging in there or something. Yeah, I seen them. You want everybody to see shit. See, that's your fault. You got everybody who want, you know, like, you know, you trying to build yourself up through the roads. Trying to build your yard through your roads. But at the same time, I'm watching you. As soon as one of them good ones get on your ass, guess what I'm watching you do? You're that very person that come to a courtesy scratch in a show, and when it comes to you going, you decide to go ahead and take the option of, no, I don't want to courtesy, I'm cool. My dog good, I won. You that kind of, and you the same person to be in this room talking about, that's some bullshit, I wouldn't want to scratch to win. The same person. Well, if I was in church, I'd say, look to the man to the left of you, the right of you, and find you in front of you. I guarantee you one of them is that car-ass guy in this room. I'm just keeping it real with you. But if you ain't never had the feeling of what it feels like, I can understand why you're feeling like you're feeling, because you really don't have no idea, really none. If you want to start learning how to do it, start doing it and expecting that out of your dogs from day one. Expect it out of your yard. Implement it into your raising. If all else, scratch. That's all I'm saying. As long as I keep coming, the game is still on. As long as I keep going, then the win is in. That's all I'm saying. I ain't never said I ain't lose. I said I ain't never had a going hard dog stand between my legs. Except for Red Ace. And I understand why Red Ace did it. It was perfect rule. It was the perfect rule. Thank God Tommy didn't have to scratch for the win. Because it would have been a draw that night. It would have been a draw. Because she wouldn't have been able to make the second one like she made the first one. She came over there the first time, and that's what made her a grand champion. And believe me, she was every bit a grand champion doing what I saw her do. But she couldn't do it twice. Because when she came over there and got punished for it. And that took everything she had left out of her. It was done. Done. She was never in it after that anyway. But hey, we didn't have a scratch to win on that one. No, we didn't. But if we'd have had it, that's what I always said, didn't I? I always said after that. From that point on, from that point right there, because I know a going hard dog, when we go in with one, we can leave your ass busted up where you can't scratch to win. And if you know that's how we coming, and that scratch to win scares you because it's going hard, Kennels saying scratch to win, and you want to do everything in your power because you somewhere in your mind, you thinking there's some bullshit we trying to pull or get over on you or have this big ass advantage. No, we just here to bulldog some real bulldogs. If you're here to play with us, damn it, scratch to win and let's see if you can win. That's all. Throw out something that we're using, courtesy scratches. Courtesy scratches. Throw that shit out there, right out there in the trash. Because we don't need courtesy in this game anymore. See, we don't even have gentlemen in the game like we used to. We don't even have the dogs we got in the game like we used to. If y'all want to start from somewhere, Start by being a real dog man yourself first. Expect the shit out of your dogs. I guarantee you, you'll have better dogs if you start thinking about your ass having to scratch the wind. You'll start knowing. You'll start leaving your shit down there and stop being in such a hurry to keep, doing the cover girl look. Every time I turn around, you're putting makeup on your shit, picking him up. Oh, shit, we cool. I didn't say anything. We need about 5 minutes. Or, oh, man, no, that's enough, man. Yeah, I didn't see too much of that. Too much of it. All I'm saying is bring it back to the game, fellas. Let's up the game. I've always said scratch to win. You see scratch to win all over everything going hard, dude. And you know why going hard can still sit here and say, well, look, I didn't say I was the baddest man out there. Never tried to be. I just said, because of my belief in dog scratching, I'm a firm believer in scratching to win. Because I raised my dogs to scratch to win. That's why a lot of our good dogs didn't make it. They might have made it in anybody else's yard. But because of the way our mindset is and what we choose to take, and what we choose to go play with, you have to be willing to scratch to win, and you got to be willing to show me at all times. From a puppy to the day I trained you to do what you do, the time that I put into you, I ain't got to worry about you not scratching because I know everything about you. So I have no problem scratching the win. Now you get me to understand why you can't see that. That's all I'm saying. If you're a real dogger, I'm not saying it because you don't agree with me. I'm talking about a real dogger. A real dogger. You might not agree with me, but I guarantee you understand where I'm coming from because you done seen this shit enough too. Scratch the win will change the game. It will make y'all check y'all shit at home a lot tighter. You think it's, a good one is a good one? Yeah. You're right. But we done seen too many good ones get out there that wasn't all that good and got saved because they was willing to snatch their shit up, or they got saved because after they won a shitty ass match, they grabbed their shit and jumped over the box and went home. Damn a courtesy. It's an option. It's not even part of the rules. Not nothing anybody got to do. But then they turn around and open that piece of shit up for y'all. And all y'all going on is what? You're not going to hear that part of the story. You know what I mean? Damn, Jimmy, why didn't you cut you scratching your dog? 'Cause I ain't got to. And he's right. He's right. You don't got to courtesy scratch this shit. No, he don't. One damn thing for sure, you scratch the wind, he will. You guarantee you scratching the wind, he gonna bring his ass over here or he gonna quit. And we gonna both go home with our money. I'll take that. Give me one more chance to take my money home. I didn't win the show, but I didn't lose the war. Okay? Here's the real question. Is in another way, is it about the dogs? It's always about the dogs. They're pit dog. It is about the dogs. The thing is, the guys that don't want to do it, it's about the money. See, the guys who's shaky about it, it's about the money. Ain't about a damn thing when it comes to the dogs, because if it was about the dogs, my dog can go and get the money. That's what I'm betting on. If it's about the money, then I don't know what you want. You'll take a cart, and you won't catch me in that pocket, but you'll be one of them. It's been escaping. And these are the kind of dogs y'all breeding to. They're already, it's real easy to become a champion out here these days, guys. It really is. My thing is, you get enough of these damn champions out here where they start having to run into each other. Okay? You better have scratch to win and play. Because there's going to be a whole lot of champions doing a whole lot of crazy shit when these mugs start coming together. There's going to be guys taking their champions home with their but they easy wins, and y'all gonna be running around there breeding to that shit, and you ain't gonna be getting y'all nowhere. You know why? You didn't look into your shit that you was messing with in depth. Because you'll see it. Why don't he ever courtesy scratch his shit? Why he don't never wants to do the scratch to win? Is it about the money or is it about the dogs? If it's about the money, why would you want to breed to him? Why would you want a puppy from him? That's all I'm asking. Good question. Them the kind of questions of why you won't. What's wrong with that? I can guarantee you, I can go through a whole bunch of great dogs and ask them, would you mind scratching the win? Hell no. Eggs no. Shit, bulldog, a real bulldog, go grab up a dead one. Scratch the win don't mean you got to scratch into an empty corner. Scratch the win don't mean you got to scratch into a dead dog. Scratch the win means exactly what it means. It's the exact same thing as a fucking courtesy scratch, except it's a rule now, not a courtesy. You don't have no options of taking your curry ass dog and running out the box with it and call that a win. Okay? They don't. They don't. You just said it. They don't have to scratch it to a dead dog or empty corner. Dog turn around and jump out the box. This is like having a dead dog. Neither one of them should you have to. Only issue that I come up with in that scratch to win is when you scratch to win and the other handler lets his dog go. And his dog takes off trying to run from your dog. Okay? That's a problem for me. Gotta let him go. He's already lost. He's trying to get a draw out of it, so he lets his shit go. Knowing his shit didn't curd out. Now his shit trying to get the hell out. Okay, a referee got to be able to know what that shit is. That's a completed scratch. That doesn't mean that the match is over. It doesn't mean that the match is over. All right? That's an issue right there that you're dealing with. You understand what I'm saying, fellas? Because a lot of us guys on scratches, the rule says that we don't got to hold our dog in the corner. As soon as you let your dog go, if it's on you to go, as soon as you let your dog go, I can let my dog go too. And nothing says I got to sit there and hold my dog until your dog come over and grab me. That's the old rule. That ain't the new rules. The new rules say you can do what you want if it ain't on you. You can let him go. Once he let his shit go, you can let your shit go anytime you want. You can let him run all the way over there if you think he ain't gonna grab. Or you can let his ass go over there if he's been punching on this motherfucker. You're gonna let him over there and you're gonna keep on letting him run over there and smack the shit out of him. You're gonna smack him right out of the show. See, that's bulldog is doing dog man shit. There's ways to use it. It is. And that's one of them ways of trying to cheat the game. You know what I mean? The referee has to make that decision. If that dog runs away, and the dog is going and the dog is going in that direction where he was headed toward that corner, and that dog runs away. Once that dog got over there, or he might take off and go after the dog that way, or the dog might try to go over there and run away and try to get on the box and was too tired to get over the box and get snatched up. Either way, by him letting his dog go, misdirecting your dog, we call that a completed scratch, but it would be up to the referee to call that fight. The referee has to agree that was a scratch to win. So that stops that bullshit that the other guy knowing he done lost. He's trying to do something stupid and sneaky to get the, you know what I'm saying, to get the draw. That's where the referee comes in. He makes that decision. Would that have been a completed scratch? knowing that the person you're going to scratch into is a Curry. He either didn't quit or he ain't got nothing anyway. He's done. It's going to be one of those two things. And if he quit, that's the dog you got to look for. That's the handler you got to look out for. Because this is his last chance to at least coming out of this with a draw. So expect him to let his dog go. Expect him to let his dog go. Expect him to let his dog go and hoping his dog will take off running or do something to distract your dog with to not complete the scratch. But all those questions are answered at that point in time, right then. It's what your dog got in it. It shouldn't even make a fucking difference if you got a bulldog. It ain't going to make a difference. Like Pit Dog said, he just ran over there to the wall. He just ran over there after the damn Kurt jumped out. You know, the last time she saw it, she was running to that wall. She ran right over there to that wall and stood up on the wall. Where the hell go? Where'd she go? That's a completed scratch on the scratch to win. As soon as that dog hit that box and jumped over it, the match was over. Dog shouldn't have to scratch into an empty corner. See, that's the problem where the judge has to step in. The dog wasn't going into an empty corner. But by the time the dog got there, the handler let his cur loose, and his cur was trying to run out the box. And he kind of misdirection that way. That is completed scratch. But it has to be completed and confirmed by the judge or the referee. Would that be a complete scratch? Yes, I would have called it a complete scratch. All right? Now, if he had ran over there and the dog ran off and he didn't chase him and he just figured he just going to stand there and look at it being hit and ran off, now I got another decision to make. You understand what I'm saying, people? All right? This is where the weight becomes on the referee. The dog changed directions and took off. Your dog, before he even got there, saw the dog take off. He stopped and stood there. That's a draw. He didn't even go in the direction of the dog running. It would be a draw. That is not a completed scratch. That's bulldogging, fellas. That's bulldogging one number 1040. It's 1040. You know what I mean? That's the rule number 1040. Scratch to win. Just 1040 this shit. Gotta be a scratch to win, fellas. That's what we need. That's gonna bring this thing at least a level up. Right now it's too easy. We got too many guys grabbing this shit and damning the courtesy. You know, they're getting angry at the courtesy scratches. You know what I mean? You got a loser getting mad. You know, you got people getting mad. 7-8, thank you, baby boy. Big bro. 7-8 in the house. Thank you, big bro. Thank you. Yeah, no, that's my big brother there, y'all. One day I'm gonna be like them. One day I'm gonna be like them and I'm gonna be able to talk to a whole bunch of y'all and let y'all know how we do things. Sorry, man. Put it up in there. I'm gonna tear it up. Okay. Fellas, y'all, excuse me, man. You know how I get when I get passionate. I told him to put the mic up in there a little bit, but he's not putting it in there. So if I'm getting too excited and I'm roofing it out, I'm sorry. The guy, I think it's something serious. And I think it's a big push that us all the real dog men should push for. We should really push for it. We've had changes in our rules. It's not a rule that we added in here that hasn't already been here. The scratch to win has always been a rule. It's just been a rule for the down dog, for the up dog to show that's his sign of showing, okay, that's their way of checking the up dog. Well, I say take the shit and put it at the end too. Why not? Talking about revolutionary? This is revolutionary. the level of our dogs and the competitive of our dogs, we must do things to fix it because we don't have the numbers. So we have to start weeding out some of this shit. Like I said, we bring in Scratch to Win, and I can guarantee you we cannot go 100%. And that's a lot being said. A lot being said. If we implemented the Scratch to Win on all final scratches, you have to scratch to win. We will not go 100 for 100. And with these dogs that I'm seeing now, these champions out here quitting in 20 and 30 minutes, call themselves champions. You know what I'm saying? Are these great dogs coming out of nowhere? And if these are great dogs doing this, you know, they're not doing it in enough of a way, man, that they're coming the next Mayday or the next this or the next Yellow or the next Banjo. Ain't nothing really out here like that. And if you out here like that, and you really out here like that, it ain't enough of you out here like that for y'all two badasses to meet. And when you do meet, y'all should have no problem saying Scratch to Win because that's the real bulldogs right there. You got a great one, I got a great. We're going all the way to the wall. Scratch to Win. Put it on the dogs. Don't be no creeper and put it on the money because that's what you're doing when you're trying to weasel out of it. That's on the point I'm trying to make here. 7-8 and walk them down. Big stepping. Y'all know it's been a pleasure and an honor to have y'all on my show. I'm telling you. I'm keeping it real with you. And I hope I can keep on, you know, getting you guys checking on your brother, man. Because that's what I am to y'all. All right, guys. Stop and check one. Am I sounding good, fellas? I hear it way over here. No way you're going to put it in there like I asked. Can't when I'm doing my shit, man. Yeah, put it up in the air.
I want to still hear the clap.
Walk them down. Big stepping. 7-8 Sport. Y'all like my big brothers, man. It's a privilege and an honor for y'all to come to my show. The reason why I'm repeating this because Mike said the mic went out. I want them brothers to know. They're like my big brothers. You know what I mean? I want to get to them. That level. You know, I'm been that on the game side. Where I want to be in their position saying the shit that I'm saying to y'all now. You know what I'm saying? I want to be on a scale out there on their level. What I want everybody to hear me. Because I think the game needs to be revamped because we don't have the good dogs out here in the numbers that we can make the proper breeds to enhance our game. We got all these Mexican dogs coming over here. We got all these European dogs coming over here, and they're coming over here in our country, popping up in all our pedigrees. I'm seeing that shit. It's like, what? What's going on here? Nobody noticed there's a disconnection. I know there's a plenty of old dog men out here been around longer than me and greater than me. You know what I'm saying? Why are y'all sitting back not saying nothing? You know what I'm saying? We got more breeders out here than we got real doggers. We got more sightseers than we got real doggers. We got more, I call them classroom dog men. They're the ones to go around to all the chat rooms and learn everything they want to know about the dog so they can sound like they're relevant and just as smart as us. But they don't have no understanding of what it feels like to do what we do. See, I don't share that space with them motherfuckers. And I ain't afraid to tell them. Back up out my damn space because there ain't no room for you. You don't fit in my world. So don't get all angry when I say that because I'm pointing out the different levels of what we dealing with anyway. That's all I'm doing. That's all I'm doing. We're picking out what needs to be picked out. And that is gameness. Gameness. If I believe that we could go 100%, really, 100 all the way, 100 shows, we got 100 scratch to wins, everybody scratch to win. Then it wouldn't be a problem with it. Would it? How many do you think out of that 100 won't? These days. These days. I'm seeing it in schooling. I'm seeing it in game tests. I'm seeing it in shows. That's all I'm saying. I seen it going up. That's what I seen. That's why I always believed in scratch to win. I seen guys saving their dogs in schooling. I seen them save them and crawling them. Then I turn around and see the same guys get out there in the show and do the same damn thing. And have a good dog. But they seen what I saw too. When they was calling him. You're going to put another one on in about 40 minutes, he done got tired. And all of a sudden, he laying around. He did his job till he got tired, till he put that second fresh one on him. Yeah, he was like Jeep for a minute ago, right? Then all of a sudden, he hit a wall, boom. Now you panicking. You panicking. No, all of a sudden, oh yeah, it's enough. That's good. It's good. He game. As soon as you get his ass to a show, scratch the win. He's standing there looking at you. He was trying to tell you that when you pulled his ass out of there on that call. You know that 40-minute one? When you seen him hit that wall on that fresh one, became a down dog. You didn't want to see everybody watch him getting beat up. Couldn't leave him there to really check his heart. So you decided to go ahead and just go with what you got and brag about what you saw. Because you saved them from seeing what you really was going to see. Came to that scratch to win, he didn't scratch. Or came to that scratching, he didn't scratch. You know what I'm saying? Them are the kind of animals that we're out here feeding today. Everybody's got this worry thing. You know, I know you guys we got so many other things to worry about. We got fake guys running around here trying to be dog man. And we got cops running around here trying to be dog man. We got informants around here trying to be dog man. You know what I'm saying? We got breeders trying to be dog man. Now, when you ever seen a breeder, really, a breeder now, you're a known breeder, try to be a dog man. Can't be me. I'm a dog man. I'm a hunter. I only breed because I need to hunt. I don't need to breed to sell shit. I need to breed to hunt. That's all. How many breeders out here try to act like they're a hunter and they ain't? How many guys sit out here in these podcasts and all on Facebook and got all these intelligent comments and shit? Don't even know what it feel like to know what a scratch to win feel like. All you got is an option. Courtesy. That's the only thing you got a thrill of. Hear the crowd go, hey! It sounds louder than that, buddy, when they know the money's on the line. Trust me. That's the best time to do one more call before you let him go. Call the room. Anybody want to bet? I can go over here and scratch and get that money. Guarantee you. I said, out of 100, how many of them think it won't do it? In this time and age. I could have had 100 other great dogs back then. I could have said, I could have damn near won 100. I might have got about 97. I would have got about 97, but that would have been it. back then. Now, I don't know. The way, I mean, the conditioning is crap. I mean, there's so many things wrong right now. And y'all guys know how to admit it. Y'all got to admit it. I don't know what, I'm not calling your dog shit. I'm not. I'm just telling you what it is. Now, there's a whole bunch of other people out here that sit there and say the same thing I'm saying. Y'all already complaining about your yards. There's a lot of shit out here, good papers, but trashy dogs. Okay, it's the truth. But you want to tighten the game up, here's some news for the hunters. We are the factor that makes this thing run. Give a damn about a damn breeder. If you can't put a goddamn dog in our hands to make it win, then the breeder ain't worth a damn. It takes 100 to make a name. Without us, there is no game. Right now, we need to turn this game up some. We need to get rid of this courtesy scratcher shit and get on some scratch to win shit. Not like it's something new, because it's not. Courtesy's never been a rule to the game. It's always been an option. Nothing but an option, a courtesy. No. We need to bring that scratch to win to the end until we start seeing the dogs that we need to see. And I can guarantee you start seeing the dogs that we need to see, scratching the win will be a part of the game, the best part of the game, because we have changed it from the old way to a new way. Because now we asking a lot to be a dogger. It ain't all about that money. It's about the dog going to get that money. I love the feeling. I love the feeling. I don't feel that way getting a courtesy off. No. I want to feel it on the line where everybody knows it's for the money. Everybody knows it's for the money. Twin don't do nothing but scratch the win. It's all on my arms. All on the arms. Scratch the win. Never change from that. Because this is the time that we need it. This is the time that y'all need to start using it. And again, so when we do our fictional stories for our fictional entertainment, bring the scratch to win in. Think about it before you hate it. Talk to a real dog man who experienced it before you act like you know and you don't. Because really, it takes a man who's been there to understand it. It doesn't take somebody who wants to be there to have an opinion of something you don't even know what it feels like. And if you don't know what it feels like, please save your opinion until you do. This is not, I mean, remember, I am not here talking, like I'm some new kid in the game that's been around and sucked up all this information or tapping on Google and pulling this information off and reading it to you. I'm telling you what I did. I'm telling you why I scratched the win. I'm telling you why if I was scratching right now, I'd be scratching the win right here in 2022. More than ever now. I'm trying to reach out to the people who know what I mean, who shouldn't have a problem. You believe in your dog and you believe in your program, then scratching the win, it should be it should be something that should be honorary to add to the rules. We made changes before. This is the time to make changes now. And for all those who start standing up to that, just remember, there's ways of doing it. Once you make weight, then there's a negotiation going on. All right? Now, if you're a good gambler, don't scratch the win in there and stick to it. All right? Because guess what? You can't come to a conclusion. Usually me, I'm always saying, you're trying to lose already. You don't even sound like a man trying to win. I used to sit there and call their dogs curs. You must think you got a car or something. You can't scratch in the end. You know, that's all we're saying. And then we put it on the raft, flip. We ain't gonna know, we ain't backing down. We take our chances on the flip. Because you can't come to an agreement. I'm not changing my attitude about it. I'm pretty sure Mike, that's his job. He's gonna come to the front and he's gonna tell me, we got to scratch the win. And if he don't get it, guess what he did? He made it part of the agreement. In the end, we still scratching the win. He ain't got to if he win, because we lost the toss. But the agreement was, he ain't got to do it, but we're going to do it. So they know at the end of the show, when we knock off their ass, don't be in no hurry, we got one more thing to do. Part of the rules, because we agreed to it. Let me go scratch the win for my money. You know what I'm saying? That's how we get our shit in. Even when we flip and lose, all we want to do is let our shit do it. We want to make sure everybody in the house know. We just didn't do it for a courtesy purpose. We did it for the win in the money. Y'all feel me on that one? Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Understand me on that one? Throw me some roses. But this is not meant for you new guys that don't know what I'm talking about, because you'll never understand. This is for the real doggers that really understand what I'm saying. Old doggers too. Call me crazy, but you better call me one damn thing for damn sure. You better call me game as hell. Because I got some big balls that want to pull this shit off, right? Sound crazy to y'all because y'all sound like, what? Y'all scared to do it? What do you got to lose? I ain't scared to do it. I believe in my shit. And if I can't do it, guess what? Then I can't whoop you. We'll walk out there together with two curs. I can't get mine. One thing for damn sure, I ain't gonna take a man's money with a cur. I'm sorry. I have too much pride in my shit. My shit about the dogs. So I take all that off the table when I go to scratch to win. That takes all questions off the table. Win this one, now you ain't gonna win the match now. That's how I did it. Once I won them show, now I'm gonna go win the money, the match. Won the battle, and now I gotta go win the war. That's bulldog. We need a lot more of that. We need a lot more of that with a lot more good dogs to prove that. Scratching the win is gonna weed out a lot of that shit, because you know and I know it ain't gonna be no 100% of nothing. Ain't gonna be no 100% scratch the wins out there, y'all. You know it and I know it. So let's implement it and let's see where it goes. Not a hard rule to bring in. Not a hard rule to negotiate. If you believe. And there's guys out there who know what I'm talking about. There's guys out there that had their hands on those kind of dogs. They didn't have those kind of dogs that they didn't have to worry about those courtesy scratch. You get more love out your shit, man, when you go and do it with a meaning. Fuck a courtesy. I don't need the courtesy. I need that triumph. That Sparta. That I don't get that off of fucking courtesy scratches. I don't get it off of that. I get it off of that moment. You may do it for the money. Oh, that better feeling, fellas. Unless you one of them that you too worried about your shit quitting. Should have started worrying about that at home before you got to that point. Know what you bringing. So you can be confident like me and you can start sounding like me and stop looking for fucking excuses. Why you can't do it or won't want to do it. You ain't no, I ain't saying you ain't no dog, man. I'm just saying that you ain't gonna never get me to understand. Like, you know, get me to understand. Listen to this. Y'all get me to understand what's the scary shit about it, why you couldn't do it. I didn't cover a lot of bases and still ain't heard a good one of those yet. You know what I mean? So, hey, this is my show right here, fellas. My show is about something real. I've been scratching the wind from day one. You see it on me. You see it every time this show come on. You hear me ending this show. And I'm all in this. I'm all in on this. Y'all know this about me. I'm trying to be in there with Big Bro and them to really make it an issue. Really make it a game changer. Okay? I mean, for real. All these dogs running around here on all these yards, and you mean to tell me we can't get no scratch to win change in the rules? I'm telling all my dog men out there. Scratch to win. Always scratch to win. Believe in your shit and show them. This is how you really bulldog. One thing you always hear them say about the Twins, one damn thing for sure though. I say it now, like I said it then. We scratching the win. I ain't never said I ain't had one take a 10 count between my legs. I said I never had a going hard dog. They ain't never take a 10 count between my legs. Never. I picked them up. I can't win. But they're going to always show me before I walk out that room. They're going to always let everybody know. He pick them up. He's going to bring them right back up in there, and he's going to do a courtesy. Even when I lose. My game one's got to show me that they can do it. Like a scratch to win to me, even when you lose. I got to see you do this. If I pick you up and I lose, I got to see you do this. You know, that's the only time it becomes an option when I lose. You see what I'm saying? That's not for the fact that I want to show the crowd. No, I need to know my damn self before I go take this shit home. Taking a chance riding down the road with a piece of shit. I'm always trying to find some pieces of shit to get off my yard. It can look good, but it can still be a piece of shit when I'm done with it because it was only looking good. That's all. All that shit is fake. But when it comes down to show and tell, that's all it was. He was looking good. He wasn't good. He said he was looking good. He wasn't good. Okay? Because if he was good, he'd have made the team and he would have been a match dog. The things that I do on my yard back then, y'all refused to do on y'all. But this is why I'm out here trying to tell y'all the extremities that a real dog man will go through. You start running into guys like me, y'all asses is in trouble. I'm for real. You know? Yeah, it's all good out here in this world right here. The TV land, internet land. You know, we can put pictures and pull them, make them look all nice and all that shit. But in that other world, that shit don't mean nothing. There ain't nobody phasing that shit, bro. And nobody phasing your pretty pictures. Ain't nobody phasing your pretty dog. A real dog man like me, he's a nice dog. He look good. Better hope he ain't my weight. That's all I gotta say. That's how it used to be for me. And I'm just being honest. Maybe because of the way we were. You know, I ain't never tried to be no guy. No, I know one damn thing. I've been around enough great dog men to know what a great dog look like that I could know what I have on my yard. My shit should be just as great as they shit. That's what put me here with all the information and the knowledge that I'm passing back out there to y'all. And y'all be a damn fool to let this information fly over your head. Stop questioning me if you ain't got as much as me into this game. Then you need to get to a certain level where you can understand it before you question I hate to be answering questions to somebody who has no inkling or no idea, and you think you know what you're talking about. And that goes for a lot of you old cats that y'all done weaseled your way in, and all of a sudden y'all relevant to the game today. I'm being honest. That you was never relevant back then when I was around. You're sounding good, but you was probably relevant in an area, but no. I think every man that I ever been into, them the only ones that I consider relevant. I've been to many shows with many kennels. And some of these guys, I don't know who they is. They relevant to y'all. They relevant to y'all. Me, I don't mind. Lord knows, I'm telling you, I'm gonna keep this thing just as fact, it's all fictional. I'm gonna keep it just as fictional as possible. I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna fictionally tell y'all that I will fictionally come out here and pop your asses in the mouth with a bulldog if it so happen the Lord bless me to do so. Fictionally. All right? I'm not promoting it. I'm not condoning it. But I'm saying fictionally, I'm still that nigga. I'm still that guy. I'm still that hunter. I ain't never out. I'm out by choice. Don't give me any other choices but to keep me where I'm at. You do not want me to have other choices. I'm always sniffing around. Always. So that just want that right there, I'm making that statement for you guys that wanna, think you're gonna run up on me. You know what I'm saying? I am definitely not the one you wanna run up on, because I will shock the shit out your ass and you'll be standing right there at a scale with me standing there talking about scratching the wind. That's all I'm saying. Don't ever count me out and think I ain't it. All right? I'm here to teach you guys and trying to get y'all to a level of what I did. That's all I'm doing. And still to this day, I'm still scratching the wind. You ain't got to scratch into me and think you're going to scratch into an empty corner, because if you hit a nerve like that with me, you will not scratch into an empty corner. I'll promise you that. I give you anything you want. Anything you want. But you got to earn it. This is not for me to do all that. It's meant for me to tell y'all so you can earn it that way. Coming after me is not going to help you. All you're doing is making me feel like I'm doing the wrong thing. I need to shut my mouth and get off of this shit and go back to doing what I was doing that got me in this chair. Don't ever forget that part. Right? Guys gotta listen, because this shit is coming to y'all asses free. Y'all need to figure that shit out. Y'all need to really start really understanding. I hear all these damn complaints. I hear all these different concepts on how you raise a dog and how y'all, no wonder y'all fucked up out here. Y'all are. I mean, y'all give more credit to more bullshit instead of real shit. Yes, it's bad. But I hope I'm injecting common sense, dog man common sense. I'm hoping I'm toning down those that really want to jump up and get me to understand. Well, I hope I got y'all to understand that y'all was not even on the same page. So y'all get me to understand how y'all missed all this. Not trying to knock you, but I'm not going to try to play it down either. Yeah, I'll stop a lot of that by just showing you what it really looked like. And that's all I'm doing. I'm just pointing it out. You ain't listening close enough, or you'd have been on the same track as I was. And this is what I'm trying to tell a lot of you guys. You got to get on that level first. So if you can't seem to get on that track with me because you ain't on that level, face that part. Be true to yourself and understand that, guys. There's a lot of y'all out here that wish you was there, but you ain't. Don't play a head on the shit. Just keep working at it. Keep learning. I'm giving it to you. Don't try to step over on here. You can't do that. You can't do that. You'll be more of a fake trying to do that because you can't. You're only lying to yourself like you're lying to your yard. You think you can. I'm trying to head you off and put you on the track that I'm trying to help you. No? I ain't trying to go out here and beat none of y'all. I ain't trying to do none of that. I'm trying to teach you what I did. My frame of mind, what I did, and why I did it. Why do I feel like scratch the wind is needed now? Okay? It's all about the dogs. Then it becomes about us. Without us, they ain't shit. They ain't. You can have a great dog and you ain't shit, and I can guarantee you your dog ain't gonna be shit, bro. The numbers just don't work like that. You might get by one at a time, but you ain't gonna be no legend. You ain't gonna be no badass. You're gonna be one of them cheating ass kennels out there that we all know. We got a couple names that we can say. We don't have to say them out here, but you know who they are. You know what I'm saying? That y'all been buying shit from, listening to that bullshit. You know? Or some of you misguided ones that want one so bad y'all willing to listen to anything anybody tell you and just be out there totally confused, but really thinking you know what the hell you're doing because you think you were listening to the right people. And you're listening to too many people. No way you can put anything in your mind right when you can suck in so much sponging from everybody, especially when 85% of the bullshit you're picking up is from people that don't even fucking know. They really don't. They sound good. But you start asking the question, but you always ask, y'all ask me enough. You always ask me, but Chan, what did this do? But Chan, when did you do this? Or why did you do this? Look, I can answer all y'all questions. But if y'all can't answer mine, then don't ask me those questions, because then I'll be wanting to answer your question and then ask you my question, and you won't be able to give me an answer. And you know what my question is going to always be to you guys? What have you done in this dog game to even question me to get an answer? Think about it before you ask me anything. Especially if you're trying to challenge the word. You know what I'm saying? Why do I even need to even give you an answer? Because you're not going to take it to get juice. So why ask it? When I start doing that to y'all, y'all going to be real fucked up, because remember, I scratched the wind. I scratched the wind. You don't want to see me scratching the wind. All right? Y'all got a long way to go before that. So don't make me scratch the wind on your ass, because that's what I'll do. So if it seems like I'm coming up on y'all a little hard sometime, I'm scratching the wind. Because some of y'all act like y'all something that y'all ain't. And when you get in front of somebody like myself that can see that very clearly, all I gotta do is scratch hard into your ass. That's all. Jump right up in there on you and ask you some questions, and guess what? It's not me looking like this, it's you. All right? I don't have nothing to lose. Remember, I told y'all that. They can come up here and try to snatch me out and try to charge me for what? But I ain't doing shit. Talking to y'all. Remember, this is entertainment. Anything we throw out here is entertainment. All right? Ain't nobody that can come in here and grab me and put me on the stand and point out what, who, what. You already know I don't bounce that way. So if I can stay this way, then y'all can be that way. I gotta protect myself, because I'm out here telling y'all something that I done. I'm protecting myself, not from them, from y'all. From y'all. I got to teach y'all, the very same people I'm trying to tell, I got to make sure y'all asses understand when twins say scratch the wind, y'all be understanding that means I was scratching to your ass too. But some of you guys don't have no business asking me shit, because I don't think a lot of you guys deserve the answers to come out my mouth, because it won't benefit you, because you're not even on that level to understand the answer that I'm giving you. So I prefer those, like the ones who really want to know, sits back and don't say shit, because they don't want to miss nothing. Okay? I don't mind giving them entertainment by dealing with some of you guys and your questions, because I really appreciate the questions, guys. But man, it's got to be some beneficial questions going to affect everybody and not your ego. Because your ego will get stepped on fucking with me. And I don't be meaning to. All right? I scratch hard. I'm going hard. Don't come in with your bullshit because it don't work over here. Over here is a real world. You want that other fake ass shit? You know what podcasters to run to. Don't bring it here because it's a disease. And I'm trying to keep that disease out of this room. I need guys that's going to be on board so you can take this thing and do what it's supposed to do with it. Not sit here and talk about it in the next podcast. Not go over here and talk about it in somebody else's room. Not go over here on Facebook and put out here and act like you know what the fuck you're doing based on the show you watch with Twin. No, it ain't none of that's meant for y'all to do none of that shit that I'm telling you. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of it. All right? We down into the scratch to win. We getting down here in Bulldog country. It's getting, this is where the waters is getting like, whoa. I know it said I'm getting ready to go jump. We're going to move to a dark room. You already hear me starting to talk about it. Because I want to be able to say more. But it's time for me to say more. But some of you people do not deserve to hear this more. Because a lot of you guys aren't ready for the more. And I don't think the YouTube is ready for the more that I want to give. This is not it. I done gave you wide open my life into this game. I'm going to continue doing that for the betterment of the game. Not for y'all, but for the game, because that's what y'all part of. Instead of sitting back there trying to suck it all in for nothing, man, jump on the wagon, man. That's what I'm doing. I jumped on an empty wagon and started gathering up bodies. Now that I got bodies coming, come on, man. Hit the like button. Damn, all y'all guys, we get 1,000 views and very little likes. But it's consistent. The views are consistent, so we know y'all coming back. Don't y'all have some kind of passion for y'all shit? You know what I mean? To even put a simple like. Get to the game, man. Stop being fucking stingy. Stop trying to be something that you're not, man. We don't want to hear you. We want to see you, but we don't want to hear you. They want to hear me because I've been there. Y'all want to hear me because I've been there. All right? And I make sense of what I'm saying while I was there. All right? That's all. That's the whole point. If I wasn't shit, you wouldn't be in this room listening to me. But I mean, I don't know. A lot of you guys got fooled by Rumpelstiltskin. You know what Rumpelstiltskin is? Something that they ain't. You couldn't figure out the real name. A lot of y'all got sucked into this shit. And it's not this one. There's a couple of them out here doing it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, who wants to be in the game, after being, that's like, to me, in this game right here, it's a slap in Lester Hughes' face. It's a slap in James Crenshaw's face. It's a slap in Floyd Boudreaux's face. These guys will sit down there and talk for hours about any and everything that we wanted to learn about dogs growing up. I mean, I'm talking about my own mentors. I mean, and I have many of them. And I'm damn near 99% of them is legend to this day. But I listened to them, man. I didn't need to challenge them. I get my head chopped off if I said something stupid. I wasn't that stupid. I'm pretty smart. So I knew what to ask. I hadn't seen enough of their shit on their yards to know that don't ask dumbass questions. Okay? There's a reason why you just don't. Because these guys put their heart and souls into their dog and they dare not be challenged unless you're willing to put something down on their ass. You ain't willing to go that far, you don't need to be saying shit. See, that's what keep them nobodies out our face. See, them nobodies, They can be somebodies to y'all, but they know to stay out our face because we are those somebodies to take care of those nobodies. You understand what I'm saying? Because we're in two different places. He's over there doing something totally different because he ain't been where I've been. There's no way in the fuck he can be sitting over there in the same chair that I'm sitting in trying to tell y'all something. And this is not for a particular person. This is for a lot of that shit that I'm sitting out here listening to. There's a lot of you guys out here trying to do that shit. Bouncing around with, I'm watching some of these comments. Y'all learning a lot of shit. Y'all looking like y'all know what y'all doing. But in real true reality, coming from a person like me, when I see y'all out there doing it, I know better. I know better. Because I've been there. I know y'all ain't been there. You know, and that's what I be trying to tell y'all. Y'all can't learn nothing if you're trying to challenge what I'm saying and not paying attention to what I'm saying. All I'm trying to do is say that. I have more people off on the backside coming to me saying twin. Some of them guys just don't get it. We hear it a lot. I mean, some of my older cats are mad at, man, you're giving up so damn much, man. What you trying to do? Turn everybody into a growing hard kennel? Why not? Game would be a lot better real quick, boy, fucking around doing it this way. For real. I guarantee you, a fake ass won't survive. A breeder will hate you. They will hate you fucking around with a breeder because you'll wipe out this whole yard bringing shit back. You see what I'm saying? I'm trashing it up and dropping it off. It's getting down to that. It's time to lock it in, fellas. Let's enjoy this. Today's gonna be a good day. I'm about done with this show because I think this show didn't really have to go no further than where it went. The most important thing that we want to change and fix in this game and which is needed, and it's an acceptable change. And it doesn't need to back in a real dog, man. I don't need no help from somebody who don't even know what it means to even go over there to feel what it means to go pick up a win. I don't need y'all right now. I don't need nothing from you guys. I need help from the guys where it matters. This is for the guys out there who it matters at. Start calling for them scratch to wins. Start making it part of the game to weed out. I mean, we got a lot of great dogs. It was great dogs that ain't never got to be the greatest dogs because they're all here losing. I mean, he's good this weekend until he goes out there and lose. You know, you really can't figure out where it's at to go breed to. And y'all can't. And I'm trying to help you because I'm trying to find them too. That's why I'm saying that we need to go into the scratch to win. We need to start locking out all this other stuff that's interfering with the progress of us moving forward and saving the game as it is. All right? So, guys, we have some good people here today. They want the greatest questions that I could have really been happy about answering. But that when somebody says, get me to understand, that's the worst thing you can say to somebody who knows. You know, that's like saying, you know, I know, and you want me, but I know that you want me to get you to understand. That's like telling a crazy person that he ain't Jesus. I'm trying to convince him to understand that he ain't Jesus. You understand what I'm saying, fellas? I ain't got to say too much more on that because I made myself bluntly clear. That's what it looks like to me. All right? And I don't have time for that. So you know, come on, get down in here, guys, and let's get serious and let's get real because we ain't getting nowhere doing it any other way. I love all you guys. I thank y'all for coming to the show. I think, you know, I got to stay up on my 7/8. I do Pelican Bay. I'm an avenger to all of them. If y'all got podcasts out there, guys, y'all got my email address. Y'all got my email address. You got my phone number. My phone is gone, guys. So if y'all call in the 640 number, I swear it ain't because I ain't trying to get back with you. I can't find my phone. I do have another number. But guys, if you have questions, bring them in. You know what I'm saying? I've seen a lot of good questions on 7-8 show, sports show. I mean, I like that show. I like going over there, just sit around and hang out. You know, but I'd be laughing too. On dog game night, I'd be laughing. I really do. Because I've been around so much greatness, man, in this game that God has blessed me to be one of those guys that I was nothing but, I wasn't even a shit raker in the yard. Never been one of those. I've always been that kid that I'm going to be like him. I'm going to be like him. I'm going to be like him. You know what I'm looking at and trying to be these people? Because these people are somebody relevant to me and my future and success. See, I don't got time to be putting none of these people down when I'm trying to follow them. I ain't into the dogs no more, so I see 7-8. They got a great show. That's like Big Brother to me. He ain't no different than the Abrahams and McNasty and all the other mentors that I can sit down and brag about. One day before anything bad happens, guess what? I'm going to be ready to just call him a mentor just like I call all these other great people. Because, yes, I want to be where they are because they out there amongst the masses. And if I can get them to start preaching my words, then we got movement. I don't need to be in that chair if I already got somebody sitting there. I just need y'all to believe in me. Y'all are the messengers. You can believe in me, then you got the message out there a lot farther than I can because you got the platform, fellas. And if I'm telling you the right thing, help me. Help me. We shouldn't be going all this back and forth. We should be respecting and accepting. Respecting and accepting what it is. So I'm on board with all y'all. I'm following everybody. You got somewhere you want me to pop up, I'll be glad to pop up. You want somebody to want me to come on your show and do a view, I'll be glad to get up there and talk. But you understand how I am. I am that guy. I'm going to give it to you straight raw. Exactly what I did. And what I did, a lot of these guys ain't done. They sit back and act like it, but I can tell you, I've been around, and I can tell you, I've been around. I have a lot of mentors, and a lot of my mentors are definitely great, great dog men. Regardless of what color, they have built a badass guy sitting in this chair. And if it don't be for them, I couldn't be saying this shit. This guy, everybody coming over here listening to me. So while I'm doing what I'm doing for y'all, come on, man, push and elevate. Not me, but the fraternity. Because it's all about the dogs, not the money, not the glam. You can't even give up the respect if you ain't got nothing to respect. So I'm going to leave it with that note right there.
Yes, sir. My souls! My souls! I need my souls! Roses! Roses! Send me the roses!
You know, I laugh at this guy every time he do that shit. You know, I think it's funny. But you know what? He sits there and he shows me the shit and thank you. So that's what he does. And I get all the roses and the muscles and all that stuff that I see on my chat room. Then man, look, don't think that I love that shit. You hear me? I love that. I respect it. And that's what makes me dig in here, man, and do it even harder for y'all. You know what I'm saying? So let's enjoy this night, man. We got a 4th of July weekend coming in. You know what I'm saying? We got good food coming. Hope the weather stay nice for everybody. Hope my dog man taking care of your dogs. Make sure they stay watered. Make sure they feeding them good. Good food, good water. Make sure you got your cameras up, fellas. Make sure you got your cameras up. They got a lot of pay along dog man out here these days, fellas. We have to be aware. And you know, and it's, the more private it gets, the more it hurts the game. And the reason why it's getting so private because we got too many everybody's and there's a whole lot of everybody's just a bunch of nobodies. So we got too many everybody's. There's nobodies in this game right now. And it's like y'all just running to anybody who got a mouth. You know, too scared to question what they are. I mean, if you was in the game and you've been around long enough, then you should know who some of these guys are. You should know the difference between, I mean, don't even call me a fucking legend. Just call me what I was, a dog man, period. Fuck the legend part. Just know me as a real dog man. Don't add that shit to there. I'm Twin from Going Hard Kennels. Now I'm Twin from Going Hard Kennels Reloaded. All right? Take me as that right there. And let's start from there. Because this is what we trying to do over here. I ain't trying to do what y'all trying to do over there. I'm trying to do what I do over here. And I'm trying to give it back to you the way I did it for me. I'm trying to give it to you. So let's enjoy this shit, man. Let's enjoy this weekend, man. You know what I'm saying? I want to see them questions, man. You know, we're going into Tuesday next week. I will definitely make sure I might put out an email or something out there with guys where y'all can find the email where y'all can start. There's questions you guys used to ask me a lot of shit. You know, we don't even get that much anymore. You know, the participation. So I'm thinking that everybody's catching on. That's why I keep moving on along. Because of the videos. The videos are out there. So if you're going back to these videos, because these videos are still being watched. So somebody's out there going to school. I put a lot of shit out there. And it's all in them videos. And I hope they are being very educational and informative for your own personal entertainment, because that's all it is. It's a fictional entertainment that we are out here and enjoying, and we have to run it that way for it to be that way. As long as we doing it that way, then it will get that way. How about that? All right? Pump that beat, bro.
Yes, sir.
Thank y'all for coming out, fellas, as usual. I hope I made some good points, and if there's some points for y'all guys to make across to me, I'm open for it. Please, send them to me. You know, some of you guys, y'all know where I'm at. I mean, evidently, there wasn't enough on the chat room, and if it was that I missed, trust me, I will put them in the comments. If it's something, a question that was asked during the show, that needs to have an answer. If I didn't give it to you tonight, then you might be able to find it on the comment, because I'll go through the chat room and I'm going to start answering some of the questions that I may have missed in the comments, because I see there's not a lot of comments coming into our show, after our show. So I guess I'll be able to use those comments and put my own comments to some of the questions you guys asked me that I might not have got to.
Tell them about using super chat. We don't push super chat, but I don't pay a lot of attention to what they pay attention.
Right. And look, again, we don't push super chat. But look, super chat gets more, you know, super chat gets the floor. All right, just keeping it real with you. Guys that pay, this their floor. They want to pay to say, they point to over there 7/8 teaching me that, and I'm understanding it. You know what I'm saying? If you want to be heard, to be that way over here. Thank you, big bro, for teaching me along the way. And I'm there.
Say it again.
Yeah, I go over to 7/8 because big bro, he's showing me this. I mean, Mike said the mic messed up, so I want to make sure they hear this. You know, that's like my big brother, guys. I mean, and the reason why, because again, if y'all want to say something, y'all pay to say it, and he opens the door. See, that's what I want. If you want to say something, man, if you pay, I see it. You got the floor, and you got my attention. We don't push super chat, but hey, maybe if you want to get your points out there, guys, and you want to be heard, it's time for you to step up over here too. Use the super chats. It don't cost but maybe $5, $10. I don't even know what it costs, but I know if you use it, we'll treat it right. You know, there's a lot of guys out here that comes in here. You're getting a lot of this thing. It's time for y'all guys to pay the piper, man. Pay the piper, man. That's all. You're taking all this good information. If it's good information, come on, support it. That's all we ask. Support it. You know what I mean? I support.
I don't know. We don't use a lot of moderators either.
Right. Remember, we don't use a lot of moderators. We don't use none.
So we expect the chat to moderate itself.
Right. Well, you know, Mike said he expects the chat room to moderate itself. And I think you do, guys. I think we do a good job, man. Because I swear to God, man, there's so many people that say, Twin, when you get to talking, y'all room can get real quiet. And that's because it seems like when a person is talking offbeat in the chat room when I'm talking, everybody says it. You know what I mean? They be like really on those guys. You should be listening instead of saying the dumb shit that they reading in the chat room. Okay, so you know them guys, you're not getting passes. They're not getting passes because on the backside, a lot of you guys is, Twin, why do you keep playing with these people? Why do you keep talking to these dumb people? Because this is my passion. And I can't see who's real and who ain't. So I'm gonna just keep it real for everybody and let the real stand out. And let those be the ones to stand over the fake. You can't depend on anybody. You know what I mean? You can't depend on anybody. But if you're doing the right thing, you can count on everybody. And I count on you guys. So stand up, man. Stand up for me. Stand up for the fraternity. Stand up for the people I'm supporting. You know what I mean? It's all about the dogs any damn way. All right? Shout out to my guests. I call them guests. All right? So I'm going to be I'm coming to y'all house next. All right, fellas? I'm always sneaking in y'all house. I really do. But I just can't shut up when I get in your rooms. You know, Pelican Bay, I sit in your show, but I'm always catching your show late because I don't get notification. 7, 8, big bro, I'm always up on your shit. I be in the back room just because I don't want to get on there and say nothing because you got all them other great dog men up there. You know what I'm saying? You got them other great dogs, so I don't want to be sitting out there and the audience got something to say around them. I need to be like them. I be wanting to say to shut up and listen like everybody else, okay? But I enjoy being in that room. I enjoy coming to that room, and I encourage you guys that don't, if you haven't gone, go. You guys, if you haven't been to Pelican Bay, hey, he got a style of his shit. It's his show. Go there. Guys, if y'all got shows out here that I don't know about, send them to me because y'all come to my show. I'm coming to all y'all. I'll be sitting right up in y'all room. If I knew you got one, I'd be there. I would support everybody. Remember, it's all about us supporting everybody. Anybody that's somebody is who we support because they are giving enough. Okay? They are giving enough. Even if they're not real. Just know the difference. I ain't knocking the fake ones. I'm just saying, if you know they're not real, be cautious of what you say. Or be cautious of what you listen to. Or be cautious of what you do. That's all I'm telling y'all. Just be cautious because there's a lot of misinformation out there. And if y'all can read, then y'all ain't no better than them. They reading shit that y'all can go read for your damn self. But if you're listening, then you need to go to them rooms where there's listening going on. I support Fat Bill. I support 7-8. I support Red Bobby, G Rascal. I support Pelican Bay. I support J Mason. I support Pro and Game. Pro and Game is a different story because it's hard to be in my seat. You know what I mean? And having to deal with that situation. But I do support. I'm just not a supporter in, if you don't know what it feels like to be glorified, then get glorified before you try to glorify yourself, okay? If you don't know what it means to be glorified, then go out there and get glorified. It's more acceptable doing that. And that's what I'm trying to tell you guys when it comes to these guys that ain't doing shit but trying to tell y'all something. Not knocking what they're telling y'all. It's just worth the glory in what they're saying to you. Do you hear my passion? My passion is real because I'm real. Now imagine somebody who ain't never done shit trying to have the same passion or act like they got my passion. The only one being fooled is you. You can't tell the difference, then you're being fooled. Again, what's our thing we do the best? What do we always ask for?
Always.
What do we always want you to do?
Always.
What did we talk about today? You're supposed to always remember, scratch to win. Always.
And that ain't cheesy, man. That's just being straight up.
That is not cheesy.
Look, man,
That's not
wait a
cheesy.
minute.
It's about being real.
Where's the realness?
Rock, yeah.
Hey, look, parking lot. I'm looking for y'all in the parking lot. We can have this 4th of July party starting tonight, all right? Pit Dog, again, brother. Appreciate you, fam. And for everybody that came out tonight.
And if you're watching the show later on,
Thumbs up, thumbs up.
enjoy the show, fellas.
Thumbs up, thumbs up. My souls. And look, I got my red on today for the roses. The roses. I'm getting myself prepared for that 4th of July. See you in the parking lot. Until then,
Peace. Love you guys. Just 1040 it. Rule 1040. Scratch to win. Yeah. Good dog, 75, baby. Walking down, big step. I see you, baby. Gallery Kennels. Salute.
Cage, you in the house, baby. fellas, it's that time. It is that time. Friday night. And the weather's right. Gotta get them streets. Hey, I want to thank everybody for coming to the show. Don't forget to hit them like buttons, subscribe buttons for all the newbies. And we look forward to making sure everybody have a nice weekend so we can see each other Tuesday. So I wish everybody a happy 4th of July weekend. And again, thanks for coming to the show. But guess what? It's time to get the hell out of here. So, as I leave you with this. The drama, the excitement, that threshold of scratch the win. Going Hard Kennels Reloaded talk show is over. We're done for the night. So, I'm not kicking you out. I'm just leaving you. Don't take it personal. At least I'm giving you fair warning that I am ending this show. No, I'm being funny about it because I know I'll be wanting to do that countdown like 10, 9. You know what I'm saying? But you know what? That's corny as hell. I'm gonna just do it like a brother's supposed to do it and say, I'm out. Peace, I'll holler. And just leave it. Just like I just did it. Peace.